we have found the things that cause most of us to fail to dominate or to have dominion over finances. I think the woman of God once mentioned the other one. He said sin, right? He said the sin is one of the other things that can hinder a person to prosper on the area of what? Of finances. We can connect it to obedience. When you are sinning, that means you are disobeying God. So when you are disobeying God, most of the case, if you go to Deuteronomy 28 from 1 to 15, you understand there are blessings that are conditional, that are connected to where? That are connected to the obedience of God, which in other words means that if you're a child of God, therefore, you want to prosper and you are not obeying God, there's no way God can put his hand and blessings upon your life until you come back to where you want you to be, until you obey him. So sin can cause curses to follow us. If you read from Deuteronomy 15 going onwards here, sin can cause us not to prosper. Sin can cause even our enemies to oppress us. Sin can cause us to be just little in strength and to be the weakest nations. Hallelujah. So sin can cause a person to fail to dominate the financial or material gain or whatever the blessing that are material that a person may think of. Hallelujah. Then we also have oppression. We're talking now of oppression of the devil. That means a person may love God, but if there's a trend like what the woman of God, the prayer point she raised, that sometimes there are foundational powers, sometimes there are ancestral powers, sometimes there are bloodline curses. All those things, if they are still found and you are not delivered, and you start a business, you might likely to have resistance always. You can sow and still something is up your seed. You can try this, but still you come back to zero. Why? Because there is a curse that is not dealt with. There is a what? There are cases that are not dealt with, that are still following your name or following your bloodline, that need to be dealt with, such that you may not be resisted when you begin to do your business or in your job and whatever you put your hands on. So oppression of the devil is one of the other things that is much powerful, that cause most of believers to be stagnant if they are not dealt with. When you talk of oppression, you're talking of oppression through demonic, whatever, witchcraft, you can mention any kind of darkness that the devil shoots against the believers. Hallelujah. Then we also have calamities. For instance, famine. You might be a believer and then you find out that you are in Canaan, or you are where Jacob was, yet the corn is not there, the corn is only in Egypt. That means you may suffer poverty there because of what? Famine. These are just some natural disasters. A flood can come and it can sweep up your house and it can take over your business, and then you are left with a zero. You are in poverty. Why? Because there are calamities that have risen against you. Then lack of financial discipline can also cause us not to what? To dominate the finances. You see, God can give someone finances like now, but how you manage your finances or the wisdom on how to channel your finances in different areas, even if you are prayerful and you did not master that area of financial discipline or financial management, you just said, oh no, myself, I'm praying, there's a miracle man will come. But then you are not taught that there's a wisdom that you need to acquire from the Spirit of God that can teach you on how to manage your finances. You can still fail to dominate material things if you did not master that side of what? Financial discipline. Unwise decisions. You get money, we had a lot of people, sometimes they get accident funds, 700,000. Somebody is going to buy a Navara for 600,000. But the guy was walking. You understand what I'm saying? Then 700,000 is what you about tomorrow, because there's no any money to take care of that car. The next moment they buy a small car, even that small car again finished. Where is the whole 800,000? The whole 800,000 is gone because the person is not taught about making what? Wise decisions when they are burdened and fasted wealthy of finances into their hands. How you manage, how you make decisions matters as a Christian. It's not only about prayer, it's not only about church attendances, but also wisdom on how to manage